let's get to the best sport in the world. That is football. And and it is going to be a nice little trip down memory lane, I suppose. When this young fella was drafted, I said he was a generational talent. And although Plex thought he was good, he didn't think he was generational. And I think somewhere in the middle, I've been somewhat wrong, and Plex has been somewhat wrong. He has not reached generational status. He hasn't played that way yet, but he's playing a little better than Plex thought he would. So we're both sitting right there in the middle. But he's been rewarded like he's a generational talent. And so now he's going to have to go out and show that it is warranted. Trevor Lawrence is now the highest paid player in the league. Well, him and Joe Burrow, yearly average $55 million. They're at the top, but Trevor Lawrence has a contract that is so many expectations now will be placed upon him because of the contract he just signed. And again, you didn't think he was generational. You thought he was good. What do you think about the Jags giving him the contract that they've given him? Do you feel he's earned it? Do you feel he will earn it? Well, what are your thoughts?
Hell no, he ain't earned it. I mean, what are we basing this off of? Of his previous 4 years of playing, or the potential that he may one day just become an elite quarterback in his league? If you look at the statistics, his statistics and Daniel Jones are identical across the board. He's thrown 60 interceptions in 4 seasons. 60.
That ain't bad.
He leads the NFL in turnovers.
Hey, that's only 15 a year. Only 15.
He's leading the league in turnovers in the last 4 seasons. And getting back to Daniel Jones, I don't fault the Jacksonville Jaguars for giving Trevor Lawrence his contract. The New York Giants set the quarterback market when they gave Daniel Jones $40 million. He's ranked last in every statistical category of being a quarterback in the NFL. So you know what every agent and quarterback is doing when they go to a contract negotiation? The bottom line for a starting quarterback in the NFL is $40 million. It doesn't matter who you are, because you are ahead of Daniel Jones' performance from a performance standpoint where you are as a quarterback. So the quarterback market starts at $40 million.
Hey, whoever Daniel Jones' agent is, they should pat themselves on the back every morning.
Man, listen, the quarterback market is at $40 million. So now you're looking at the next man up is going to be the highest paid player in NFL history. That is where this league is on its way to. And one of the general managers came out and said, listen, this is not sustainable for the NFL.
It is.
You're talking about guys are going to be making $60 million playing the quarterback position. The NFL is probably going to give the quarterbacks their own cap, because there's no way that a quarterback moving forward is going to be able to make $75 million a year. This is going to happen in the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, the cap keep going up. I mean, that's the cost of doing business, right?
Yeah, the cap keeps going up. But 10 years from now, or 5, 6 years from now, are we going to be talking about quarterbacks making $100 million a year?
Mahomes, him
That's
and Burress.
where it's headed.
Josh Allen.
That's exactly where it's headed. And for Trevor Lawrence, what they did to this young man by giving him this contract, I think they put so much pressure on him to go out and live up to this, which I believe he won't. They don't have the team. They're probably the worst team in the AFC South right now. They won't make the playoffs. And every game that he goes out and he doesn't. So
you think I'm gonna just let you? You think I'm gonna just let you say that? Like you just didn't.
You think they're going to be better than the Tennessee Titans?
I know they will be. No, I don't think. I know for a fact
Trevor Lawrence, who is he throwing football to this year?
Brian Thomas, Christian Kirk,
and Gabe Davis.
Yeah, Evan Ingram.
Okay. So we don't know what Anthony Richardson is right now. They may be the dark horse in the division. We haven't seen him play. But we can agree that the Houston Texans are the best team in the division. We can.
Yeah, you said they're the worst. They're not the worst.
Okay.
They not
I
nowhere near.
believe that the Tennessee Titans will be better than the Jacksonville Jaguars this year.
Wow.
Just because of offensively, Levis going into a second year. You add Calvin Ridley to this wide receiver bunch. Tyler Boyd, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean,
The
this is a
receiving
team
core is
where
nice, but you would really take Will Levis
absolutely.
over Trevor Lawrence?
I'm saying from a team standpoint, the
But
team will be better than Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Jaguars will not make the playoffs this year. I
wow,
guarantee you they won't.
we're on complete opposite ends
From,
of this
from a
one.
mental standpoint, what they did to this young man is for carrying this contract because everybody knows that he did not deserve this contract. You have to justify it to us and to me. Where and how do you see him being the highest paid NFL player in NFL history? There is no justification because he hasn't lived up to it or
Potential.
done anything to that degree to say that he should be $200 million contract. And him and Daniel Jones have this exact same statistics.
They
Over
believe
a 4-year span. They are. I think Daniel Jones has 59 turnovers, and Trevor Lawrence has 60. They may be like 100 or 200 yards off from throwing the football with 12,000 some yards. They're
Hey,
100
you know what's
yards
even
off
worse
from
about
passing.
that? Daniel Jones didn't even play much last year. So that the fact that he's even anywhere near Trevor Lawrence is crazy because he didn't really play last year. So all them turnovers, he didn't even play. So him and Trevor Lawrence are not the same. This dude was watching games, and he still basically has the same amount of turnovers as Trevor Lawrence, and he wasn't on the field. They are not the same. Like the fact that Daniel Jones' name is mentioned with Trevor Lawrence, no, that should not be happening. Trevor Lawrence rookie season, he had Urban Meyer as a head coach. Obviously, that was a mistake by the Jags. We're not even going to talk. So everything that transpired and took place in year one was unfair for Trevor Lawrence. Since then,
Why was it unfair?
because you have a head coach that got fired right away, and he was in over his head. I mean, it is what it is because that rookie season. What do you do that rookie season? 3,600 yards, 12 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. They get rid of Urban Meyer, and then voila, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. It was like, oh, wow, where did this come from? Take him to the playoffs. Do for 4,100 yards. And then last year, do for 4,000 yards again. And so with Peterson as a head coach, he's played good football. He can play better. He needs to play better. But when you look at their team, this may be the best team that the Jags have had since Trevor Lawrence has been the quarterback. He's going to surprise some people, but it's not going to be easy because the AFC is just not only loaded with great quarterbacks, it's really, really good teams. And you spoke of it earlier with the Houston Texans and DeMeco Ryans and C.J. Stroud. They should win that division, but can they do it again? Outside of that, we don't know what we're going to get out of Anthony Richardson. Excuse me. The best thing the Colts have going for him, man, Shane Steichen's a hell of a coach, man. That dude can coach. The Colts almost made the playoffs with Gardner Minshew, bro. That's coaching at its finest. But you go across the AFC, every team and quarterback in the AFC North can ball. We'll give an asterisk to Russell Wilson. We got to see what he can do. But the Steelers, they can ball. You look at the AFC East. Let's just go ahead and knock New England out of there. We got, Drake May gonna need about a year to get, to get to a groove. But you look at the Bills and Josh Allen. You look at the Dolphins and Tua. You look at the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, if he show up, unless he gonna have something to do. But you start looking at all these teams in the AFC, and it's like, wow. But the Jags, they're gonna be right there. They will be right there because they have a good team. They have a good quarterback, but they have a good coach. In football, when we spoke earlier about the NBA, you got to have players. The NFL is such a mixture of you got to have good coaching and good players, because you can have great players. If your coach is ass, it don't matter. You're losing. And vice versa. You can have a great coach, Bill Belichick. If you don't have the talent in New England, you're losing. And so NFL, it goes hand in hand. But I think with Trevor Lawrence, back to him, the contract was warranted. This is what the league is. I'm up next. I may not be better, but we can compare each other. Oh, this is what I'm going to get. And he lands at the top of the market with Joe Burrow at $55 million a year. But to compare him and Daniel Jones, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Stats. I'm telling you, TJ.
No. Daniel Jones is never.
If you look it up right now, I'm telling you, they are identical when it comes to statistically where they are right now. Daniel Jones has thrown for 512 yards. 12,512. 62 touchdowns, 42 interceptions. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence, stats, 11,770 yards, 58 touchdowns, 40 interceptions.
39
interceptions, and 60 turnovers total, fumbles. So what are we talking about? They are the same person, the same exact quarterback.
Hey,
that's who Trevor Lawrence is.
What
you
position,
called him this
what
generational quarterback coming out of college. Oh, he's the next best thing since sliced cinnamon raisin bread. He hasn't lost a game since he was 14 years old. He was undefeated in high school. He never lost a game in college. He's a generational quarterback.
He is. Now,
let's
put this in context, okay? When you talk Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence, you know when Trevor Lawrence's rookie season was, correct?
He's ranked 15th in the NFL.
You know when Trevor Lawrence was drafted, correct? 2021.
Okay. Right.
2021.
Okay.
He's played 3 seasons.
Okay.
Daniel Jones
39 interceptions.
Hold up. Daniel Jones was drafted in 2019. 2 full seasons.
Okay.
And this dude don't even have 1,000 yards more than Trevor Lawrence passing. And he's played 2 full seasons longer than Trevor Lawrence. He doesn't even have more than 1,000 yards passing.
Daniel Jones, how many games did Daniel Jones miss last year?
Oh, he missed the majority of the season.
Okay.
He missed.
But you can't sit here and tell me this guy's elite and he throws 39 interceptions and 60 turnovers total. You can't tell me he's generational. 3,600 yards passing last year in 17 games?
No, he had 4,000. He had 4,000 last year. 4,000.
That's not elite, TJ.
He's on his way to being that. And again, I'm not saying
Calvin Ridley.
I'm not saying he's elite. I'm saying he's right there. He has to take that next step and justify the contract. He's right there. He isn't on the – he's not on the same page when you talk Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar. He's not that, but he's right there.
He's ranked 15th in the NFL, dog. He's tied for 15th.
In my opinion, he's right there. You got the weapons.
Last season, he's tied for 15th.
That's okay.
And you're telling me that he is the highest paid player in the NFL history? You used to have to be good at your position to be the highest paid player at your position because it was based off of performance and making a all-pro team or making it to the Pro Bowl. For you to be the highest paid player at your position, you had to be the best player at your position. Right. I don't know when that happened and when that changed because it's not like that anymore. To sit there and tell me it's going to be the next man up. is what they're telling me is for the NFL. It doesn't matter how good you are. You're the next man up. You're going to make $60 million a year as a quarterback. If you're Tua or Jordan Love or Dak Prescott, you're going to make $60 million a year as a quarterback. It doesn't matter where you are statistically because you're the next man up. That's what the contracts are in the NFL right now.
Hey, that's what they get for setting these rules. Just abide by them.
That's what it is. So now you're sitting here telling me that Tua's going to make $55-60 million a year? And then comes Jordan Love and whatever the case may be.
That's why Tua hasn't signed.
That's where they are right now.
That's why he hasn't signed, because that's what he wants. And obviously the Dolphins aren't willing to give it to him. But we will see.
We know that.
Hey,
we know that. The Dolphins, after Trevor Lawrence signed his contract, Tua is going to have to go out there and have one of these, another year that he had last year, to even be considered to get that kind of money at the quarterback position, because of the Dolphins, and everybody know that he's not a $55-60 million a year quarterback either. But that's what the market is. He can't get less than Daniel Jones.
No, nobody's getting that. Nobody's getting that. But we going to take this break. Trevor Lawrence going to prove himself right and myself all at the same time.